Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. No man was ever wise by chance. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. Only time can heal what reason cannot. We learn not in the school, but in life. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. No man is crushed by misfortune, unless he has first been deceived by prosperity. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. Let us say what we feel and feel what we say. Let speech harmonize with life. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. All cruelty springs from weakness. Philosophy calls for simple living, not for doing penance, and the simple way of life need not be a crude one. We must indulge the mind and from time to time allow it the leisure which is its food and strength. What really ruins our character is the fact that none of us looks back over his life. What progress, you ask, have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself. You ask what is the proper limit to a person's wealth. First, having what is essential, and second, having what is enough. What fortune has made yours is not your own. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Expecting is the greatest impediment to living. In anticipation of tomorrow, it loses today. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. It is of course better to know useless things than to know nothing. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles, it only changes them. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. The willing, destiny guides them. The unwilling, destiny drags them. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. Reason shows us there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult. Nothing to my way of thinking is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. No matter how many men you kill, you can't kill your successor. There is no genius without a touch of madness. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence. If we could be satisfied with anything, we should have been satisfied long ago. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. If what you have seems insufficient to you, then though you possess the world, you will yet be miserable. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age.